BTS News Today.in The entertainment world, where the lives of idols are often in the spotlight. Stories about their families are rarely heard. However, when one of the family members becomes the center of attention, this publication can be a moment of reflection to understand that they are also mere mortals with families, struggles, and challenges behind the sparkling screens of the celebrity world. One of the stories that has attracted attention lately is the story of threat.Jimin's father, BTS members, who are in the spotlight because of a threat. However, in the midst of this pressure, kindness remains the main value that is maintained. Jimin, a member of BTS, widely known for his kindness, extraordinary talent, and hard work. In interviews and interactions with fans, he often shows a humble attitude that makes him loved by ARMY, as BTS fans are called. The kindness he shows does not seem to come only from himself, but also from the values instilled by his family, including his father. Jimin's father is known by some fans as a figure who supported his son's career from the very beginning. On various occasions, Jimin told how important his family's support was in his journey to become a global idol. Stories like this inspire many, showing that behind the success of a star, there are families on which there is a strong foundation. However, not all celebrity family stories are filled with happiness. Recently, word spread that Jimin's father was under threat. This information made the fans worried, not only for the safety of Jimin's family, but also for the emotional balance of the idol. This threat is rumored to arise from individuals or groups that try to exploit Jimin's fame for certain purposes. Specific details regarding this threat may still be investigated by the authorities, but the impact on Jimin's family's personal life certainly cannot be ignored. In a world where popularity can be a double-edged sword, this situation is a reminder of how important it is to maintain the privacy and security of celebrities and those around them. As a public figure, Jimin is known to be very careful in dealing with various difficult situations. It is not uncommon for him to talk about the importance of staying strong and positive despite challenges. In this situation, although there was no direct official statement from Jimin regarding threats against his father, and many fans are sure that he will face this with his head held high. Meanwhile, Jimin's family, especially his father, continued to show courage and kindness in the midst of difficult situations. Some reports say that despite being under threat, Jimin's father continues to live his life normally and continues to support social activities that have become part of his life. This shows that kindness will not falter even in the face of great challenges. One of BTS' greatest strengths is the incredible support from the ARMY. When news of the threat emerged, many fans immediately showed their solidarity by sending messages of support via social media. Some fans even took it a step further by raising funds for charity activities as a form of support for the values upheld by BTS and his family. Many ARMY also called for the privacy of Jimin's family to be respected and for the case to be handled by the authorities without excessive interference from the public. This is one vivid example of how the fan community can be a positive force supporting their idols in the face of challenges. This story, although full of challenges, provides many valuable lessons. First, it's a reminder that celebrities and their families are mere mortals who deserve privacy and security. Popularity shouldn't be a reason to sacrifice basic things like a sense of security. Secondly, it is an example of how kindness can stay afloat in the midst of pressure. Jimin's father, who continued to show courage and kindness amid threats, that it is inspiring that positive values can be a shield in difficult situations. Third, it's an opportunity to see how the fan community can play a positive role. ARMY, with their solidarity and real action, showed that support does not only come in the form of cheers at concerts, but also in a real form that supports their idols when they need it. In the future, this situation is expected to be resolved well by the authorities. A threat to anyone, let alone celebrity families who are often targeted because of popularity, is something that cannot be tolerated. Preventive measures and education on the importance of respecting the privacy of celebrities and their families need to continue. For Jimin and his family, this situation may be a reminder of the importance of family togetherness and support. Despite the pressure, their stories show that kindness can continue, even in the most difficult of circumstances. Threats against Jimin's father are not only a personal matter, but also an issue that reflects the risks that famous celebrity families often face. When a star reaches a level of global popularity like BTS, her family is indirectly exposed to intense public attention. In many cases, this attention has a positive impact, such as support from fans and appreciation for the family that supports the idol's career. However, there is also a dark side, where excessive attention can lead to physical, mental, and emotional threats. For Jimin's father, this threat may have disrupted his sense of security. As a figure who has been known to support his son selflessly, this situation not only weighs on him, but it also has the potential to affect the harmony of the family as a whole. Threats received by one family member can create tension and worry for all parties involved. In this case, both Jimin and the rest of his family are likely to face pressure invisible to the public. However, Jimin's family's response to this situation showed great courage. They choose not to be intimidated by the threat, but on the contrary, still go through life with a positive spirit. These actions not only demonstrate their strength as individuals, but it also shows that the threat will not shake the good values they hold firm. The case of threats against Jimin's father is not entirely new to the entertainment world. Many international celebrities, especially those with large fan bases, have faced similar situations. Global popularity often attracts those who want to take advantage or express their hatred in extreme ways. In some cases, these threats even involve attempts at blackmail, intimidation, or physical assault. One of the main reasons why celebrity families are targeted is because they are considered an entry point to influence the idol. The perpetrator of the threat may hope that their actions will force the celebrity to respond or meet certain demands. This is, of course, a great stress for celebrities and their families, who often have to live in the shadow of concern for their safety. However, it is important to note that this kind of threat is not just a matter of individuals, but it also reflects a larger social problem. In many cases, threats to celebrities and their families come from individuals or groups who feel frustrated, jealous, or angry. Social media and wider digital access also make it easier for perpetrators to make threats anonymously, thus increasing the risks faced by celebrity families. As part of the largest group in the world, Jimin and the rest of BTS are lucky to have such a strong and experienced agency as HYB Entertainment, formerly Big Hit Entertainment. The agency is known to be very protective of its artists and their families, which is especially when they face threats or other difficult situations. In such a situation, the agency plays an important role in ensuring the safety and security of the artist and his family. Some of the steps typically taken by agencies include: 1. Involving the authorities. Threats to the artist's family are often dealt with by involving the police or security agencies to investigate the perpetrator and ensure the threat does not lead to concrete action. 2. Strengthening security. Agencies may provide additional security for artists and their families, include close surveillance of their residences or other locations deemed to be at risk. 3. Managing public communication. In this type of situation, the agency is also responsible for managing communication with the media and fans, ensure that the information presented does not trigger panic or excessive speculation. 4. Support mental well-being. In addition to focusing on physical safety, agencies also need to support the mental health of artists and their families. In Jimin's case, this may involve counseling or other support services to help the family deal with the emotional distress caused by the threat. These measures are not only important to protect the artist and his family.
You have a dream, then act on it. Get after it. Get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to